All right. We still got a minute here. I don't guarantee that this is gonna work, so won't be a thing. It kind of be a problem getting this game to do things proper. It's even right now, for whatever reason, not having me set to a freaking. There we go. Thank you. But I'll give everybody a minute here. Oh, basic actions. These are tutorials, aren't they? I could use these. Especially like, where is it? Hanging? Yes. Press triangle to jump over it and hang down. There's no railing. Automatically hang down if you over the edge. If it is not a long drop, then you will only hang down if you approach the edge while walking or stalking. Use the left stick to move along the edge while hanging. L2 to peek. Oh, at the same time do pull up and peek over the edge. Okay. The grip gauge is still a thing. Anything else that I need to know about? Using the right stick. What do you mean using the right stick? Oh, I have a special magic camera that can show me everything. It's like that one game, Baldur's Gate. Welcome in everybody that was in Adlands. I'm just checking through some things to make sure that everything is going to be going right. Obviously starting a new game. What MGS do I like? I like 2. 2 was my friend. I don't like that it's taking a while because I'm worried that it's just gonna be like, hey, yeah, this digital game's having a disk read error.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
That cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
I'm doing fine. Look, we're riding. Well, what's up, Bing?
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
God, the lighting in this
6
is gonna
minutes to
look
drop
so
off.
bad
Opening
when they
rear
do
hatch.
Delta, because I already noticed that they fuck up the helo scene so badly.
Sunrise.
Because in Delta, they like overcorrected and it's like, no, we want it to look yellow.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
All right, I think I can talk. So I played this originally on the PS2. I did beat it eventually. I forget when I beat it, but I did in fact beat it as a kid. And then I picked it up again on the 360 and had a decent time with it.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
I love how they just immediately drop Cuban Missile Crisis, Cold War, all this, Berlin coming down, end of World War II. There you go. Here's your playpen. Also, that's gotta be hard on the hands. Is that like proper technique? Any high altitude, low orbit jumpers out there that can talk about that? This game is so good looking for its time. See? We're riding. Don't question it. Where's all the legs, I think? I mean, could he? Because, I mean, like, he spreads out his legs. He doesn't freaking drop his legs. There's a snake over here, ain't there? Ooh, mushrooms. I gotta remember how to play the game now. There we go. I know how to crawl, Major Tom.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake?
Yeah.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake
it's
to shed his skin.
100% right. What do you mean, Snake? Also, you will only get this scene if you say, I like Metal Gear 2. That is the only reason to pick I like Metal Gear 2. Solely to have him pull off the mask. Also, it's the bit of a weird thing because he was smoking that cigar and the thing. A quirk of the mask is that its lips don't work.
Can you hear me, Major Tom?
This is ground
Snake.
control.
Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Extra
I
English?
see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio.
The pull, the shoot,
Can't risk violating
and from
Soviet
the pull, the
airspace, but I'll be in the
branches
gunship.
puts a lot of stress on legs.
My
Have you
frequency
been
is
skydiving or something before?
140.85. I'll give you a
Are we
call
just
if
finding
I
out
need
that
to
like
talk to you.
Ink has been
If you
doing
need to talk
spec
to
op
me,
stuff?
use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
That is Ink, right? Yeah, that's Ink. That's not Twisted. Interesting. I've never done it. I would never do it. That's just terrifying. Give me all my shrooms. Got my rations. Go grab my pack. Because oh, yeah, right. I forgot. For whatever reason, this first initial pause is the longest and scariest pause. Konami, just fix the game, please. And then after that, it works fine. I don't know. I feel like they just slapped this together with duct tapes and dreams at this point and said, hey, it works. We're sending it out. And it's like you couldn't put just a bit of effort into it. Just a bit, just a tad. Just a
I
wee
see
bit.
you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly.
Ink, are you an adrenaline junkie?
To recover lost stamina,
Are we just
you can
learning
hunt for
like
local
all the
flora
lore?
and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment.
Extra
Whose
England?
crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo
New
covert
Hampshire?
actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste.
That's
Same
dark.
goes for bullets and cartridges, too.
I was
Your
expecting
presence in
that.
enemy territory is already a
I figured
violation
just
of international
I did it because I
conventions of
needed to feel
warfare.
my pulse.
There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
I figured that
Then I'll just have
was
to take
like
care
a
of
while
myself,
ago,
huh?
though, wasn't it?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
So when did you go
Use it if you're
skydiving?
taken
Have you ever
prisoner
been
by the enemy.
skydiving
Send you
again?
into a state of
And
false
would you
death
ever
for a
do it
short
again?
time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with you.
That's a minute and a half.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
SAS and your
Talk to
United
me.
States
Let me hear your voice.
nationality?
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
I feel like the factor that the controller was vibrating just meant that he's way too focused. Sadly, it's not dated. No problem, dude. I gotta remember how to like play this entirely. I think, yeah, still the same controls. This is the bad camo for this place. I need woodland, and I need leaf. Because I think that will bring me up to like 80 when I hit the deck. I'm surprised that Twisted isn't like running over here right now. Just like, wait, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's playing the game. He's playing the game. Shut up. All you, shut up. He's playing the game. Wow. I just got 90% off the rip. I don't think anybody really shows up except for the crocodiles. I don't have quick select on. Give me your meat. I will crouch down and I will kill you. Ah, shit, fuck. Totally forgot. Where's all my meat? Oh, all my food's in my backpack right now.
Not too bad.
Shit, I forgot how to actually heal wounds. I think it's just an overtime heal, because I was not expecting a croc right there. Do that. Okay. I'm remembering, sort of, how to play this game. Is that the Gator? No, the Gator mask is like far, far down. Don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. I forget if you can drown in the swamp. I think it's a thing. This game, hell yeah. Dude is a major Metal Gear fan. He's highly into Metal Gear. He's highly into freaking Dragon Age, which unfortunately I think with the way Dragon Age Veilguard's looking, just not looking too good on that front. So I don't know if he's going into that for the combat or the story, but oh. What really sucks is that I totally played on playing Inquisition, which I heard was phenomenal.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Oh goddamn, that went down the wrong. Oh shit. Also, this game fleshes out a hell of a lot of the stuff that MGS2 introduces.
What the? I'm just seeing things.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't see a full-grown man.
Huh? Who's the?
I may have forgotten how to do stick-ups. How do I aim? Why am I bad at this? Okay. So I just ready my weapon.
Something there. Huh? Who was that? No
Like,
one
I
here
just want you
after
to
all.
ready your weapon, dude.
Who's that?
I'm remembering how to play this game terribly. Bro, you can't see me.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted.
Nah, you don't see nothing. Just gonna keep rolling like I'm Link and getting the fuck out of here. Dude, I don't remember this game having like 3 different buttons to get my weapon ready. Because I'm pretty sure I should just, yeah, I can totally just hit square. I don't know what the hell you guys are shooting at. There's nobody up here.
Is that him?
Freeze.
What's wrong?
I had no idea that I could do that.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Also, enemies drop a hell of a lot more loot. I don't remember if dog tags were a thing in this game. I don't think they are. I think there's only like, you know, rations and all that stuff. Bro, that hit you in the face. Do not lie to me. Do not pass go. What? It's just your imagination. Get it. If I... No, I don't think I can actually do that way. Okay. Just gonna search you real quick. Just make sure that you're far enough away from that edge. Don't want you to accidentally go down. I wonder if you can get a grip upgrade up like you can in oh, okay, good. Yeah, give me my rifle. Okay, I can still do wall hugging. Awesome. But everything just feels faster. Also, being in the jungle has so much just extra stuff that MGS2 couldn't really capitalize on in being such a like man-made structure like the Big Shell. You don't get to capitalize on much of the stealth because everything's hard corners. There's nothing that you can play around in. Like the factor that I crouched down and laid flat on the thing to give me a moment to get the shot off on him is something you would never be able to do in MGS2.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I don't remember what type of I don't think I have any paint set yet. I do have squares, which is useless in about every other scenario other than blending in with a brick wall. And evidently really good at blending in with the, well, it's good with blending in with grass for like the half second that you're in grass. I think square will help us out decently around here. Nope. I'm trying to remember how to crouch. I don't remember how to go prone. I think it's just where you at? Don't lie to me. Don't approach.
What the?
Let me just real quick change clothes. Sweet. Seeing movement, but I'm not seeing a person. Can I not use the... Right, you have to go into your backpack and like equip things. Because, yeah, they give you so much more in this game. Okay, no. There is no helping with Facebook. What was what noise? I just want that Sokolov could like move the bed and let me get in there, but I guess not. Fuck.
Nothing here.
Yeah, no, like I don't have any access to Facebook. I don't have an account, so I don't have a way to even get into it. Oh.
Huh? What happened?
You do not see me. Oh, nothing's gonna give me a benefit here. Okay, the fact that this is working right now is stupid. And Twisted would hate watching this. I think if I throw on bricks right now, yeah, bricks will help me stay blended. Fucking.
What's wrong? HQ.
This is HQ.
Just gonna eat myself some food back here.
Disgusting.
Eh, you know, it did the job.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Move back. What's going on?
This is HQ.
I don't know. How do I sneak if that's not how I sneak? Oh, they figured it out. We've been hacked, boys. Leaving. Nope.
Who the fuck?
Ow, fuck. They're trying. I really gotta remember how to play this game because I feel like I am failing at some very basic things right now. Because I should be able to bring my weapon up and like hold. Yeah, okay. But at the same exact time, like I feel like I move a bit too fast.
HQ.
Ain't there something stupid I can do here?
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
All right, I'm not gonna fuck around anymore. How do I equip more? Oh, right. When you have suppressors, it just goes to the next one. That's what it is. It does suck with my car being out of commission right now. Oh, shit.
Where'd he go?
Don't do it, man. Just walk away.
What's wrong?
Is there a way that I can just put this in first person? Okay, I got one guy there. Nobody out here right now. Okay, so you do have to go and crouch before you can lay down. Can I hit you from here right now? I can also ready my weapon that way. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Press L3. There we go.
Who's that?
You know what, guys? Just kill me real quick. Oh. I am failing to remember how to play this game. I enjoy it, but God, am I bad at it right now. You know what? Here, I can do this faster than you guys can. Your aim sucks. Let me get out the freaking XM and freaking here, guys. There we go. All right, I fixed it. All right, yeah, just that never happened. Okay, cool. I'm glad we all understand and know our assignments. That never happened. In fact, I'm gonna make sure that never happened. Here we go. Just make a stream marker. Because, God, that was terrible. So, like, how long do I play this game again? Also, this is like one of those weird games that I had freaking way too many dreams as a kid. All right, getting back in the swing of things. You take a nap. This will only show motion. And there is a jackass that I think is above me. Over here. Ooh, what's that? I can hear him walking. I can hear the pitter patter. Where is he?
Who's that?
Bro, not having the solid on radar system sucks. Alright, this will work because we're in caution. We're headed towards caution right now, so it'll be fine. I don't like how omniscient they can be sometimes. I don't remember that being a huge thing.
Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
It's fine, I'm not nearby. Look at that. See how easy that was?
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
I never realized that about... Is Sokolov wearing a monocle or glasses? I think it's glasses.
He's a
but they're
member of
hooked
the
to his
Army's extremist
ears.
faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Have a good one, Ink. I think this auto plays after here and we just go straight back to the bridge. I think we'll just make this part one longer part. Do they show up here? No, right?
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Oh, he does show up.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Josh Keaton?
Sokolov is ours.
Fucking
Get out of here.
Spider-Man?
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
And I think also Sonic?
What?
What the fuck? There's no way you were able to do that. It doesn't work that way. I think he's done Sonic, right?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Okay, Josh Keaton has not.
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major!
Bro just cuts
Leave
and
it!
runs.
Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Oh, that's a dislocated shoulder. No. Also, not canon, I had a suppressor on.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
And that's just sort of, hey, we're gonna be best friends in like a few years, right? The way to heal man's loneliness is to just start a mercenary group.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
I'm pretty sure if I oh, okay, that took like an inordinate
Saving a game,
amount
Snake?
of time. Oh, that it did not like me doing that. This is because of new save. We're good?
Hey, Snake,
We good?
you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
I love how it just
Maybe that's why
actually
my pants
has.
been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
What do you mean by they made an
That's too
American
bad.
version? As in, like,
you
they
wait 40
dubbed
years, you
it
might
for
be able to see it in
American?
America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
We don't
Sure know
talk
a
about
lot
that one.
Movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life.
I'm pretty sure it
It's
was
always
04.
good to be able to look at things from a different
04 was
perspective
Final
when you
Wars,
get in a
but
jam.
which one is
That's the
freaking
magic of movies.
No
that-
kidding. Well,
got
I guess it might at least
that
make a nice
American
distraction.
one?
That's the spirit,
It was
Snake.
98?
Have a little fun.
What? The shitty Godzilla movie was 98? I'm impressed. But we gotta do some stuff. I'm so sorry, you poor sleeping man. That was some pretty nice shooting, though. Jesus, just sent him flying! Holy shit!
Can't do that.
Oh, hey.
You'll create a time paradox.
Oh, hey, Roy. What's up, buddy? I was not expecting it to fucking launch. Oh, God. Just because I can. I just want to see that again. I don't remember it being this easy to do that. Yeah, he genuinely just fucking flies. Holy shit. You guys got anything on you while I'm here? Might as well check your bodies. No? You know what? Hold on, wait. What about you? Do you have anything on you? Yeah. Mouse trap? If you say so, game. I also think that another reason why I'm not used to subsistence is because I technically played the original with this camera angle. It's kind of weird when you think about it, because 3D cameras were heavily a thing back in, I think this was like 07? I could be wrong on that, but I think it was like 07.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
I don't know how to feel about the earlier quote-unquote Metal Gears.
Is
It's
that
like
thing
Shagohod's
finished?
nice.
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They
So wait,
cannot
did you get
complete it
kidnapped?
without my help.
I might have missed that
Got
plot
it.
line.
Let's go.
I wonder how well Delta's gonna feel, because if it feels like Phantom Pain, I don't know if I'll actually enjoy it. Where have I heard that name before?
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Oh, it's the newscaster from freaking Family Guy. And I guess Pearl as well.
Hornets?
You know, there's suspension of disbelief. And then there's a man with a forked tongue that's about as long as his chin and as big as his head. That just sends it all out the window.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Raziel voiced freaking the fear?
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Jesus Christ. Just get bodied immediately. Oh, my fucking nose. My arm.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must
God,
die.
I forgot how over the top Hogan is.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack,
Bro's also built
you
like
can't come with us.
he ate 2 Ivo Dragons. Also, Jack's gotta at least weigh like maybe 180 soaking, and she just wrapped him and said yeet.
The new blood has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Nah, it doesn't look like the face paint is running. Where's that
Snake,
face paint
can you hear
made
me?
out of then?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major, the boss, she's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
That's an
If you
options
select
button.
Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button.
I love this concept.
Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms,
If I
right elbow,
recall
and
correctly,
abdomen.
like your scars
They
stay.
need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
Over time.
Understood?
But I think
Stay with
gameplay-wise,
me.
it does just
Go into the
immediately
survival viewer and treat
snap
those
and
wounds.
fix you up. Because there are a couple of different types of damages. I'm pretty sure there's like weird lasting damage. Okay, so what do we have here? Cut. So, oh, okay. I'm dumb. All the disinfectant is gonna be over here. Affected. Suture. Damage. Same thing here. Disinfectant. Suture. infected. That. Then, bone fractured, no bandage applied. Oh, that because it's on my chest. Is that all that I can do? Can I still do? Oh, I can still do the splint, even though that wouldn't make a lot of sense. But okay. I think weirdly you don't even have to use them in order. Because as I did, I used the bandage first and then the splint. I don't feel like that would properly brace it, because don't you need a splint on both ends to brace a bone?
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Shagohod.
I think it should ask me to save, right? There's no way that a recoilless nuke actually exists.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
The Davy Crockett is a real thing.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Oh, that's weird.
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
Sorry, I'm reading the weight of this. And if this is to be believed, I'm assuming it's two parts.
Kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use
316. That's like 150 on both arms.
She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
I think it's 84 tons of TNT. My bad, 20 tons, 84 gigajoules of power. Why would you ever need to make something like that? But we're gonna end this part off here. Short stream, I know, but car troubles plus just other things. So I want to make sure that I get some rest. Otherwise, I will not wake up and meet like all the stuff that I have to meet. No raid for today. We're just gonna end off stream. Y'all have a good day. Hope your day goes alright. If it's night, hope your night goes alright and you get some good